Before I begin my remarks today, I'd like to comment on what happened last night and the justice that was done in the George Floyd decision. I hope it brings some peace to the family. I hope it brings some peace to people, demonstrators all across this country, people who are concerned all across this country. But at the same time, let's remember the context, right? The George Floyd killing was not just about George Floyd. This has been a long line of systemic injustices in the justice system, which has made it even more repugnant. You can go back to Rodney King, you can go to Amadou Diallo, you can go to Sean Bell, you can go to Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, then George Floyd. And then after the George Floyd killing, Daunte Wright, Adam Toledo. We don't need an episodic solution because this is not an episodic problem, it is a systemic problem. And we need to attack this issue both from the top down and the bottom up. The national government should step in. President Biden spoke about it in the campaign. We need public safety reform in this country. You can't police the way you did decades ago. It's a different society. Things change, things evolve. We don't educate the way we educated decades ago. No system has been static. And we need to undertake the real reforms in our public safety system, nationwide and bottom up. Why? Because policing is done community by community. Policing in Yonkers is different than policing in Mount Vernon, is different than policing in New York City, is different than policing in Buffalo. Let those communities design the public safety reform system that they want, that they need, that they believe is responsive to their community's needs. New York State is the first state in the nation that started that public safety reform, mandating that communities come up with a reform plan in light of the George Floyd killing. But it's just the start. If communities need laws changed from the state, tell us. But otherwise, community by community, let's reform public safety and understand that peace was done, justice was done with George Floyd. But until we change the system, there will be another, and another, and another. Today, we're at the Yonkers mass vaccination site, which has done a really fantastic job. The mass vaccination sites are the